Hello. This video is going to show you how to make a Google form that can be used in conjunction with a Google slide and then embedded in Schoology to help you keep attendance in a virtual way. So this is what the form looks like that I use. And you can make it anything that you want. So we're going to start from scratch so you can see how to build it. So what you'll want to do is start out with a brand new tab. Go up to your waffle in the top right-hand corner and scroll down until you see the forms icon. We're going to create a new form. You just want to click on a blank form, and this is how it opens up for you. So I'm going to click where it says Untitled Form, just clicking once, and it highlights it. This way we can give it a title. You can call it Daily Check-In, you can call it Attendance, whatever you want it to be for. If you want to include a description, whatever you want for instructions. And then we want to start making our questions, which would be things like their email address. And there's a suggestion here. It says enable email collection setting. You can click on that because that way it will automatically collect email addresses. So now we're going to add a different question. What you'll want is their first name. And it automatically can tell that you're looking for a short answer response. You want to make it required, so you're going to click this button until it turns purple. Then we're going to ask for their last name. And the reason you do it separate is if you want to sort them according to their last names alphabetically, this is easier to do. So we type in last name, give it a second, and it automatically knows that you want short answer. Again, you'll click required. At this point, you can ask them any other questions that you want, or maybe you don't even ask them any questions. You just want them to put their name in, and then you know that they have attended class. The reason that you know they have attended class is because every time they submit this form, it will give you a date and a timestamp, and it does it automatically for you, which is really nice, and you can sort it with the timestamps as well. So let's call this pretty much done. If you want to give it a heading, this big border heading, if you go to the little paint pad up here, the palette, you can choose your theme. You can choose images. If you have an image saved somewhere, you can put that in. You would use the upload for that, or if you just want to use one of their pre-made ones, this one's fun. Let's go with that. Hit insert, and it puts up above. So it gives it some more color. If you like the background color something different, you can change the theme color if you want. So we'll close that. Okay, so I'm going to click up where it says Untitled Form, and it's going to copy the same title that I put down here up in this area. That way you'll be able to find it more easily. If you want to save it somewhere specific in Google Drive, you can open this up and actually move it into the folder that you want it saved in. So let's say you have a Google form folder made. You would just kind of click on the folder and then you would click move, and it'll automatically put it in there for you. Okay, so now we have our form ready to go, and it can be used in Google Slides. I'm going to show you also what your responses will look like once students have started attending your class on a daily basis. Okay, I went ahead and put in some fake students so that you can see what your the results will look like, how you know or how you can find the list of attendance. So you up at the top, you have questions, and then you also have responses. You can see there's 3 responses sitting here. We're going to click that. The first page that you end up seeing is the summary page. It'll show you who responded, and it'll list their email address. It'll give their first name, it'll give their last name, and then if you had other questions, it'll show those responses as well. You can look at question by question. If you choose to use this in a different way, like for tests and quizzes, you can look at it. This is showing you question 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and 3 of 3. Or you can go by the individual, and you can see what their responses were as an individual. What I really like is that it creates a spreadsheet automatically for you. So let's say, it's the third week of school and little Tommy's mom asks, did he sign on last week, Thursday? So if you know the date, you can look it up pretty quickly. So the first time you do this, you want to create a new spreadsheet. It's going to be called Daily Check-in Responses, and click Create. And it's going to create a Google Sheet. It'll be saved in the same folder that your Google form is in. And then you can see the timestamp here was automatic. I did not have to input that. You didn't even ask that as a question. So it's showing the different times down to the seconds when the answers were put in. It does list the email address, and then it lists the students' names. And then again, if you have other questions, they'll be listed all the way across. So that's how you make your Google form that you can put into a Google slide, which can then be embedded in Schoology. And it's a nice, easy way for you to take attendance, whether the students are virtual or present physically in your classroom.